Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is a bit different to the style of video that I've done before on my main channel. This is more of a vlog style video. Today I'm doing my first what I eat in a day video, which I'm really excited to do because I've been wanting to do one of these in the longest time. I've literally pretty much just got up, as you can probably tell, and I'm gonna head to the gym this morning, but first I'm gonna get some breakfast. I need something to give me a bit of energy before I go, so I'm about to head downstairs, get some food, and I will show you what I'm having. So this morning for breakfast I have actually got some chocolate overnight oats which I made yesterday, and I actually made these with, sorry, one of the puppies in the background is crying because my parents are just leaving for work. I made these with about 3/4 of a cup of rolled oats. I used the Quaker rolled oats to make these. Then I also added a cup of almond milk along with a heaped tablespoon of cacao powder, which is just raw cacao powder, and I mixed it all in here. So I literally just put it all in here, mixed it all together, and that is that. And this is the cacao powder that I use. It's by the Marvelous Superfoods brand and it's organic cacao powder, and yeah, like I said, it's just raw cacao powder. So that will hopefully give this a really nice chocolatey taste. I've not actually tried it in overnight oats before, but I have in porridge and it tastes amazing. Then I think I'm going to top it with a handful of fresh blueberries. Yeah, this I just put in the fridge overnight. Yeah, this is overnight oats. And then I'm also going to make myself a cup of green tea, and the green tea I have is the Tetley's pure green tea. I do prefer the decaf version actually, but they seem to have stopped selling it in the supermarket where I am, so I've just got the original pure green tea. So I have just made it back home from the gym and I'm about to make myself a green protein shake just to give me that bit of extra protein after the gym and also a bit of extra energy to keep me going and feeling full until lunchtime. I've just realised I need to grab a banana as well. I do often make this kind of similar shake but using cacao powder instead of spinach, but to make like a more cacao type shake. However, as I had cacao in my overnight oats this morning, I decided that today I would make a green protein shake instead. So I am going to add a handful of spinach, then a little cube of fresh ginger, not too much though because I don't want the flavour to be too intense, half a ripe banana, and then a dessert spoon of this rice protein powder by Pulsin, which is the one that I'm currently using, and it's 100% brown rice protein and it's a unflavoured one, so it's very neutral and can be added to a lot of things. They suggest adding it to soup, cereals or desserts, but I quite like it blended into a smoothie or some kind of protein shake. And then once I've added all those ingredients into here, I'm just going to add some water up to the max fill level on the NutriBullet container. I was also just going to say, feel free to add a frozen banana if you prefer frozen banana in smoothies. I often do that as well because, I don't know, it makes it like thicker and creamier, which is quite nice, but I didn't have any frozen at the moment, so I just used a normal like room temperature one. But it does also work really nice with frozen banana, or equally you could add ice cubes to it as well. Today I'm going to make myself a sweet potato and quinoa salad with some spinach and cucumber as well. So I've just put the kettle on to boil so I can cook up some quinoa. But I'm first going to prep the sweet potato. So I'll just grab it from down here. This is probably about medium-sized sweet potato. I'm not going to have all of that, but I am going to roast it. I'm going to roast the whole potato, just then it's in the fridge, easy to have on another day when I feel like it, it's there ready. I made this salad a few days ago and I really liked it. It was the first time I made it, so I thought I would make it again today. So I'm just going to prep this sweet potato first. I'm going to cut it into little cubes ready to put into the oven. I've just preheated the oven as well to 180 degrees. So that is my sweet potato ready to go in the oven. I've just drizzled over a tablespoon of olive oil as well and tossed it around in that so that it's all covered. And I'm going to put this in the oven for around half an hour, and then about halfway through roasting I will just toss the sweet potato over. So while the sweet potato is beginning to roast, I'm going to get on with cooking the quinoa, because even though this takes only 15 minutes to cook, I do prefer quinoa in salads when it's actually cooled down a bit. I don't know why. I just prefer like colder quinoa in salads. So I'm going to cook it up, and then by the time I actually have the sweet potato roasted, then this will have cooled down a bit. And I'm actually going to use the quinoa easy cooking, which basically it's just white quinoa, but it comes in boil-in bags. There's no other ingredients in it. It's literally just white quinoa grains. But if you've cooked quinoa before, then you know it goes everywhere. So what's great about this is that it comes in these little boil-in sachets. If I can get one out of the box, hang on, there we go. So it's just basically quinoa grains, but inside this little boil-in bag. So it's got little holes in the bag so the water can get through, and you just sit this in boiling water over high heat for 15 minutes, and that is your quinoa done. It also cooks up quite a bit of quinoa as well, so definitely won't have all this now. It says it's for 2 people, but it's still quite big portions of quinoa if you split it between 2. So I managed to make it last like about 3, maybe even 4 if I'm having it in a salad or mixed with something else, as opposed to just having it as a side for like a main dinner type thing. So if I'm having it for lunch, then it does last a while. But this is good because then I cook up a load at once, and then it's just, again, like with the sweet potato, it's in the fridge ready to have whenever I want it. So my quinoa's now all cooked, and all you've got to do with these bags is, if I can find the little thing to grab it, there it is. There's like a little hole at the top where you can grab it with your fork, and then you've just got to let it drain for 30 seconds. So I'm just going to hold it above the saucepan for a little bit to let it drain off, and then I will place some of the quinoa onto a plate. So in here I've just put some of the cooked quinoa, and I've topped it with some spinach, and then I've done that actually while the quinoa is still hot so that it kind of steams the spinach and softens the spinach a little bit. And then I'm now just going to chop a little bit of cucumber, then I'll add in my sweet potato when it's finished roasting. So I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry now, so I'm going to grab myself a snack to have. It's been a couple of hours now since I had my lunch. I think it's around, yeah, it's just gone 4:30. So I'm just going to grab a snack to have, something to just give me a little energy boost, because I'm starting to feel kind of sleepy. I always get this at some point in the afternoon. My energy levels just always seem to drop during the afternoon, and then I feel really tired and sleepy. So I'm just gonna have something to keep my energy up and, yeah, just keep me going till dinner time. So I think I'm gonna have the other half of the banana that I didn't have this morning in my smoothie. I'm gonna cut that up and then have it with some almond butter. And the almond butter that I've currently been using, I'll just grab it out the cupboard, is the Meridian Crunchy Almond Butter. I also have the smooth one, but I've never tried that one yet. But the crunchy one honestly tastes so nice. I love having it on like toast and stuff in the morning as well. Or porridge with almond butter and banana tastes incredible as well. So I have been loving this right now. So I'm just about to get prepping some dinner, as we're having beef stew tonight, so that needs a couple of hours to like slowly cook on the hob, like it's a slow cooker type meal. So it's currently like nearly 5:30, so that will mean it'll be ready around like 7:30, and I'm just gonna get prepping the veg and stuff for it. So what we put in it is we're gonna put a couple of carrots in, some potatoes, of course got the beef, a can of tin tomatoes, it's like a 400-gram tin, and then also some gravy. So I'm gonna start by prepping the veg first. Yeah, I was also just gonna say you can add leeks to this, and you would, because when I start cooking it, you'll see I start cooking the beef first, and then you'd add the leeks once the beef is more or less browned, to fry them up a bit before then adding the gravy and carrots and everything else. But as I'm currently following a low FODMAP diet, we're no longer putting leeks in it, as they're best to avoid. But leeks work really nice in this as well. So now that is all the veg prepped and chopped and all peeled and everything, I am going to get on with making the gravy. So I've just got some gravy granules in the jug here. And the gravy I'm using is the Morrison's Free From gravy. So it's gluten, wheat and milk free. And it's the beef gravy. As again, being on the low FODMAP diet, it's best to avoid gluten. And also onion and garlic are like #1 things to avoid. And this is one of the very few gravy granules I've actually found that doesn't contain either of those. So that is why I'm using that. And I'm going to make about half a jug of gravy, which is around, what is this? This is half a litre, so it's half a litre. So it's a quarter of a litre of gravy I'm going to be making. In this large casserole dish, I have just added a number of butter. I'm just going to put this light on so that it's a bit brighter on here. There we go. And that's just going to melt. I'm just going to spread that around. And then I am going to add the pieces of beef into here and just toss them out until they're browned. So now that is the beef all nicely browned on all of the sides, I'm just going to pour in the gravy, which I've made quite thick because I quite like it with a thicker gravy. So I'm just going to pour that over the beef. And then I'm now just also going to add in the tin tomatoes. Whoa, the camera's like steamed up. Okay, oops, that was a bad idea, putting it directly above. But yeah, I'm just going to chuck in the tin tomatoes and stir those in now too. I just managed to get gravy on my jumper. Oh no. Oh well, it should hopefully wash out at least. So now that's all mixed in, I'm just going to add in the carrots now too, and then mix those in and get it all bubbling, and then put the potatoes on top. So that is that all ready to stew away now for a couple of hours. So I'm just gonna put the lid on it, and then I'm gonna move it onto this smaller hob here at the back and just put it on a low heat to simmer for like 2 hours. And also, yeah, you want to like stir it every 15-20 minutes just to make sure that none of it's sticking to the bottom, and also that stops it from like burning, because sometimes the meat gets a bit stuck at the bottom and burns a little if you don't give it a good stir. So yeah, you just want to do that every like 15-20 minutes. So the stew should hopefully now be ready. I'm gonna open it up and see what's inside. Oh yeah, my parents are also having some green beans with theirs on the side because we had some left over, so they're gonna have some of those, but I can't have those on my low FODMAP diet, so we didn't put them in the stew. But let's see. Oh, it's all bubbling away. Yes, that is what you want to see. And also the way to tell when it's done is when you mix it, all the veg, so like the potatoes and stuff, should just easily break apart like that. That's when you know it's definitely all going to be tender and nicely done. This is looking and smelling so good. Don't think I'm going to be having anything else today besides later. I'll probably have a cup of green tea because I normally have 2 of those during the day. One in the morning as I wake up, and then one about an hour or so before I go to bed. And that is it. So I think I will end this video here, as yeah, there's literally not going to be anything else to show you, and I showed you which tea I have this morning. I hope you enjoyed my first what I eat in a day video. Definitely be sure to smash that thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below in the comments if you'd like to see any other videos like this in the future, or any of this kind of style. Definitely let me know, because I'd love to do more like this and share some more of like my recipes and what I have day to day with you as well. Also, if you did enjoy this style of video, be sure to go over to my vlogging channel, check that out. I do have a daily vlogging channel. It's gonna be linked down below. So yeah, head over there, check that out if you liked this style of video, as I do post on there daily and you can see more of what I get up to in my day-to-day life. And yeah, be sure to click the little red subscribe button down below, as well as the notifications bell so you're notified whenever I upload, and I will see you on Sunday with another video. Bye!